Hi Terry, how are you doing today?
I'm good.
Good. So tell me how everything's been going since I've seen you last.
Well, I told you I was trying to get more into working out, so I tried to do that a little bit. I'm having some trouble and not getting a lot of sleep, but I got to see my niece yesterday. That was a lot of fun, and took her to the park, and
Good.
yeah, she always loves that. So.
How's she doing?
She's great.
Yeah.
They just got a puppy, so she's having a lot of fun with that.
They're fun. They're fun. So you say you've kind of been having trouble working out.
Yeah, I have this really bad cough that doesn't seem to go away, and when I start running and stuff, I get really bad, like, shortness of breath and everything. And I think because I haven't been able to sleep well, so it hasn't really made me want to go to the gym.
So you've been tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know, everything just feels so clogged up and.
Kind of congested maybe a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So. Hoping that goes away soon.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that would make things kind of challenging, if you don't feel good.
Mm-hmm.
So do you mind if I ask you a few questions about your tobacco use? Are you still using tobacco?
Yeah, that'd be fine. And yeah.
Okay. What kind of tobacco do you use? About how often?
I'd say I smoke like 2 packs of the Camel cigarettes a day, like without filters.
No filters. Okay, about 2 packs a day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So have you ever considered cutting back on your cigarette smoking?
Not really.
No.
I don't really see a problem with it.
Okay. Well, Terry, I think from what it sounds like, I would kind of like for you to consider cutting back even just a little bit from the 2 packs. I think that could be a little bit of what's causing some of your congestion and making you feel kind of crummy, not getting a lot of sleep. A persistent cough, anything, it can kind of limit how much activity you can do. You're working out and, getting to run with your niece and playing with her, it can kind of, make that a little bit more challenging. So I have a few questions I want to ask you, okay? And this is something that we use just a kind of tool right here. And I want you, on a scale of not now to now, tell me about how ready you are, if you are ready to quit or cut back on smoking.
I'd probably say is that like a 3.
A 3? Okay. So why not a 1 or a 2?
I definitely care about my niece, and I hear what you're saying, so, I could take that in consideration, but,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, why not more than that? Like, why do you think?
Well, I just did so much to kind of, get over depression and everything, and I've been doing pretty well, and I'm afraid if I stopped, I'd just go back to that, and
that
really
could be
rather
scary.
not have that.
Scary to kind of have on your mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
So would you kind of consider maybe smoking tobacco a way to get through the depression?
It definitely relaxes me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So another question for you, Terry. On a scale of 0 being not now and 10 now, how much motivation do you think you have to quit? Like, do you have motivation at all?
I'd probably say that's more of a 2.
More of a 2? Okay. So again, why not less than a 2?
I don't know. I guess I was able to do the depression thing.
Yeah.
So I guess there's a little bit there.
Exactly. That's a really good way to look at it. Those are both really challenging things to get through, and like you said, the depression is one that I can imagine was challenging and still is really challenging. And so for you to get through that means you have motivation there, like your niece, right? I could see that being something for you. You really enjoy spending time with her.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even the gym, right?
Mm-hmm.
Going to the gym, getting fit. It's a new year, so I could see how that would be some motivation. Maybe you want to be able to actually breathe, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, perform efficiently. So, okay, so that's good. So, how ready do you think to cut back, maybe? Do you think you could I know we've talked about your motivation. I know we've talked about, are you ready to quit? You don't necessarily need to quit, but how ready do you think you would be to just cut back on smoking? Maybe instead of 2 packs, maybe a pack and a half, maybe a pack, or, 2 cigarettes less than 2 packs, anything less. About how ready do you think you are for that?
I guess a 4.
4.
I mean, cutting back wouldn't be as bad, but kind of like my routines now,
Yeah.
just to not fall back and everything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I could see that too because, another one of those things is that smoking, a part of smoking is not just that it's addictive, but it's the habitual use of it, So some advice I have for you maybe is because you said the routine's kind of something that helps you is to pick up something else that's a healthier lifestyle, right? So maybe chewing gum, right? Putting that thing in your mouth can be something whenever you want a cigarette. Maybe even we could see about getting a tobacco, something to kind of ease that desire for the nicotine, right? Like a gum or a patch or something to kind of help with that. So those are really good. So what, like you said, what steps do you think you can take to kind of cut back from your tobacco use? Let's just kind of brainstorm a little bit on some pros and some cons, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what are some pros of tobacco use for you?
Well, it's relaxing.
Okay.
And it's just something I've always done. It's kind of helps me get through tough times.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what about some cons? Let's talk about some reasons why you think maybe it would be better to cut back or to quit smoking.
Well, I guess definitely time with my niece, and my dad passed away, so
yes,
I wouldn't want to pass away that young either. I want to be there for my niece and everything.
And what did he pass away from again?
Lung cancer.
Lung cancer, exactly. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah.
So I mean that would be a pro, and I guess it definitely would help the sleeping and exercising.
Exactly. And I mean, think about how much better you would feel if you got a good night's rest, right? I mean, it can make all the difference in the world. To 30 minutes, an hour, like, it can really help a lot. So it sounds like you have a pretty good list of reasons you would like to quit, right? Or maybe cut back. Reasons why smoking kind of affect your life in a negative way, right? Your niece seems really special to you, so it could really benefit your relationship with her. So I think that, do you think that maybe you can, I know you had talked a little bit about the depression deal, right? And how you're scared that if you quit smoking, it can affect, relapse back into depression. Mm-hmm. Have you tried to quit smoking before?
No.
Okay. So maybe if you, we will keep having follow-up visits, right? If you feel like maybe you're getting closer to a 10, which means you're more ready to quit or cut back smoking, you can try that and you can see how you feel, in regards to the depression, because you are on antidepressants, right? And smoking does affect the medications that you take and how your body reacts to them. So I think it may be nice to just, when you feel ready, just try and see how it goes, and then on our follow-up we can see where you're at then. Okay. So it all depends on when you are ready to quit though, okay, or to cut back.
Mm-hmm.
So do you have anything else you would like to talk about while we're here?
No, that's about it.
Okay. All right, well, it was good to see you, and I will schedule a follow-up visit to talk and maybe see where we're at a week from now or 2.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.